Hey everyone, welcome to Kings and Queens of Porn. I figured we'd start a little bit earlier. Alexa and I were just chit chatting.
Hey
Alexa, I was
everyone,
going to make sure you're there. I was like, no.
I'm here.
So we're both
I'm
kind of
here.
like dragging. Yep. Are you there?
Yeah, sorry, something just cut out there. I'm back. What was that you were saying?
See our phones. It's the Canada, the South, and the Canada. Just I don't know. It always
I
happens,
know. I don't know what's with these damn Canadian cell phones. They just don't seem to like,
right?
staying connected for some reason.
So tonight it's just us, but I will let you know that for the month of August we have someone every week. So it's
Nice.
I don't know what happened, Alexa, but it's all males.
Hey, I don't mind being surrounded by men. You
Right,
know me.
right,
I'm
right.
good with that. I'm good with that. I'm good with
I just
that.
wasn't. I
New
was
man,
just like
new man
shocked.
every week is good for me.
I was just shocked though, because usually like I get tons of female bookings, you know what I mean, and then all of a sudden it was like bam, and I'm like okay, okay, we got this. It was like one,
Hmm.
two, three, you know. So I'm kind of
Yep.
excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. So as you all know, I put out a couple of notices, and I was just talking to Alexa about it. We are now on 3 times a week, two out of Sacramento and one out of the Carolinas, and we're doing numbers like crazy. We're on Spotify now, iHeart, all your local, well, not I don't want to say local, but you know what I mean. All your top spots for it. And I was really excited about Spotify too, because I wasn't sure with the porn show, Alexa. You know what I'm saying? If we were going to be able to be on
Yeah.
there. So I was really excited about that because I was like, oh, okay, we can do this. So
We can. Well, I'm glad that we came with the phone show because I can tell you one thing: you sure the hell don't want to make me sing. So it's good that we can talk. It's good that we can talk. So, mm,
oh boy, and we're getting, like I said, we're getting the numbers, and like I told Alexa, because we're gonna have to meet by the end of this year somehow again. Last year we were supposed to do Exotica in Jersey, and we didn't get to make it, and we wanted to. So I don't know what's gonna happen this year. I know I have to go up towards the north in November, but I'm not sure when Exotica is.
oh, I'm not even too sure, but we'll make it happen. Maybe we have some sponsors or some fans out there that want to, get us together, and meet, and they can help support us do that. So we'll throw
Yeah,
that
we'll
out there.
figure it out.
Maybe somebody will be like, we got to get you guys together.
Yeah, I think that'll be
We have
cool.
to do our photo shoot.
Yeah, that too. So
Yeah.
I'm excited. So how did your trip? Alexa's been in Vegas again. She happens to love Vegas and Atlanta.
I do
So
love Atlanta. I do love Vegas. I tend to go back to Vegas quite often. It's starting to feel like my second home there. So, yeah, no, I absolutely love Vegas. It was an amazing, amazing trip. Hot.
wow.
Holy hell hot. It like damn hot. But really good.
She's like, it was good. It was
Yeah.
awesome. So what
Oh, yeah.
did you do filming?
Not so much this time. This one actually was more of my annual like girls trip. I have girlfriends of mine that go down to Vegas every year. Normally we do it earlier, like in May, but this year one of them had surgery and wasn't able to go so early. So we kind of booked it for this time. I did utilize some time. I did a couple little shoots here and there, but nothing big. It was more of a holiday this time for me. More
Okay.
play, less work.
Yeah, I was just say like more freedom, like as far as like you just got to do what you wanted to do and enjoy it.
Yeah, no, it was great. There was a whole lot of pool days. There was some significant cocktails consumed. I think I ate more than I have in a month, and yeah, there was some late nights and some dancing, and it was all in all a good trip, a really good trip. So
Oh wow.
yeah,
Okay.
a
That's
lot
what's
of
up.
fun this time around. A lot of
Yeah,
fun.
I was saying that must be so. I know that the last interview we did, we had fun too with Mr. Nuts.
Mhm.
That
Love
was
Mr. Nuts.
pretty wild. And we're gonna try to all link up like in Atlanta by the end of the year.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Well, yeah, I was thinking I
Yeah.
want to put something together. I don't know yet. I haven't really wrapped my hands around it, but yeah, that'll
Yeah.
do it. That'll
Yeah,
do it.
that would be great.
That'll be
He's
great.
a great guy. On the phone he's fantastic, but in person he's just next level. So huge shout out to him. He's pretty amazing. Really, really, really like him. Really
Yeah,
like him. Very
he
smart.
keeps
And
going.
oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's like one of the hardest working men in porn. I'm telling you, like he hustles, and then he has like what I was saying when we did the interview with him. He has no problem sharing his knowledge, and not only is that hugely appreciated for those who are coming up in the industry, but it's also rare to have those who are kind of veterans in this, who are paving the way, who've made the mistakes, who have learned different tricks of the trade, and saying, hey, you know what? I had to struggle, so you guys don't have to. And he is very much a guy. The whole team VP is very much like that, like G they're all like that. The cameramen are incredible. Like there's two of them besides G. There's Jeff and Jimmy that are just you couldn't get a better team. And the talent is amazing, and everybody's just really, really down to earth and willing to go above and beyond to help you out, and I just can't say enough about them all.
That's
They're pretty great.
that's really
Pretty
good.
great.
What now? What I think
Yeah.
is funny too is like you said. We talked about it with Mr. Nuts too. How everybody wants to be a porn star.
Mhm.
And it's funny because I do find more males than females asking about it.
Well, because again, going back to when we talked to Jovan Jordan about it, I mean, they get everybody has this great thing. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna, get my dick wet every other day, and it's so much more to it than that. And those who have that mentality going in, though, they don't last. They just don't, because they realize when they're there, it's hard work. It's hard
Yeah, I
work,
was
and
thinking that.
there's so much more pressure for the men than there is for us girls. We can fake it. You're not wet, you use some lube. Mr. Spunk lube, go all the way there. I mean, not only did they have the spunk loop, but I'm telling you, and I will say this: you go through my tickle trunk of stuff, and I'm not even BSing you. I have them all. I have the pink stuff, and I've got the orange stuff, and I got the spunk. But my favorite is their all natural one. It is incredible. I love it, love it, love it.
Now, which one's that? The all
and so,
natural.
It's an all natural one. I'm trying to give what the name on it is.
It's not the
what
orange.
it's eluding me right now.
The orange.
No, it's not orange. It's an all natural one. It is a wonderful lube. It's a really, really good lube, and it works really well. I can't get enough of Spunk lube, and again, normally I would know it off the top of my head, but my brain is melted. I think it's the heat.
I'm gonna have to go through mine.
So, yeah, it's a great lube to use, and so like I say, like us girls, we just lube it up and we're ready to go. Right? With the guys, they gotta work it up. They gotta keep it up. They have to maintain. They have to hold off. They have to, be able to have their angles proper and the positions proper. It's not just getting on scene and getting banged. You have to, like, there's a lot of work that goes into it. And everybody out there is like, oh, I just want to be a porn star. Well, that's good on you. It's going to take a lot more work than just that.
Right, that's like everybody wants to be a rap star, and
yeah.
everybody wants to be something to do with music, and I'm like, no, listen. It's not about just getting up there and doing that, and I try to tell the men, like, look, you might have a spotlight on your dick, you know what I'm saying, and it might be really, really close.
Yep.
And
they get way up in there and personal.
And they might tell
like
you,
they have to get the angles in.
You can't come yet. What's wrong with you? Like, so they're gonna make you hold on to it.
Well, that's the whole thing. And that's the whole thing. It's like, you get into it or whatever, and you're trying to hold off, and you're trying to get the right positioning, and if you come too soon, well, then the scene is done for a lot of men, right? So the scene's done, and you might not have enough time in there. You know, you got to remember all the prep work that gets into it. You got your lighting, you got your camera, you got all that side of things, the technical side of things, right? You got the guy who shows up. He's great. I mean, they go have the shower, you know, they splash on a little cologne maybe if the girl's okay with that, and they show up on set. Us girls, no. We have hair, we have makeup, we have nails, we have pedicures, manicures, waxing. We have to do the freaking head to toe. We have to look on point. You got to get your outfit ready, the shoes that match. You got to get the outfit. You got to get the scene down. You got to get all this stuff done. You get on scene, and you're doing your thing, and buddy pops too soon. All that's for naught.
Oh my God!
Right? Like people, if the one thing you guys got to get that. It's like no, you got to get a minimum of time. If you think you're gonna pop too soon, you got to pull out. You got to slow down. You got to maintain that, because I have just put in. Forget the prep work. Making sure the hair is dyed, making sure the hair is curled, making sure the makeup's on, making sure everything's all good to go. I have days ahead of time that I'm prepping for these scenes. Not to mention the hours on that day that I'm getting ready. And I get on set and you're gonna pop that. No, hell no. You got 20 minutes to get that back up again. Let's go.
Oh wow!
Like, yeah,
that
and
is
some guys
so
can
funny.
do it. Some guys can do it. Yeah. So, yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. There's much more than even I knew.
Yeah,
much more.
and I
learn every time.
I would think that it would be more of, like you said, like, you know, they're telling you exactly what to do. Now, do they have any say? No, because these scripts are already written up, right?
Some of them are. Depends on what you're doing. I mean, if you're doing a big production of some sort, like some of the bigger companies are going to have like full out scripts and you know, sets and everything else. The more amateurish stuff is not as scripted, but you still have a storyline to some degree. You want to have a little dialogue going on, unless you're doing like kind of just the Gonzo style, where you're, you know, basically you're on set and you're just getting right to it.
Yeah.
But it depends on what your fan base wants, right? So some don't want you to say a damn thing; they just want you to drop to your knees, and others are like, well, you got to set it up for us, you know, because that's part of the fantasy, right? So you give them a little bit of everything.
Wow.
A bit of everything. So, yeah.
So that's crazy. So then it's not, I mean, they think it's about screwing all these and you get to meet different women and whatever. But I mean, like you said, it's all act. It's all, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, you do get to go meet other women. You lots of women. You do get lots of tits and ass. You do get laid. That's all part of it. But it's not like you're just hopping on set and just getting to it. There's a lot of it that goes into it, and for the guys, like I said, there's a lot of pressure on them, right? You know, you got to look good, and you got to keep it hard, and you got to get your angles right, because if you are getting the angles all wrong, you could be banging her into next week. But if the camera can't see it, neither can your fans, and they want to see it. They want to see everything. That's why we do it. So you got to remember, there's a camera there. And you got to remember where your lights are. You got to remember to, you know, position yourself in certain ways that make everything look good. You know, they're telling you. Sometimes, Kelly, afterwards, I feel like a goddamn pretzel.
Oh wow!
The position you get into, you're like, I hope this looks good, because I don't know how it's feeling right about now. You know, I don't know how many of you girls out there. I'm just gonna put a shout out. I don't know how many girls out there love the whole reverse cowgirl thing, but let me tell you, that shit hurts your thighs and ass after about 30 seconds, and you just gotta keep going. You know, because it looks good on camera, right? You got your hip bouncing everywhere and jiggling everywhere, and you can see everything, and I get it. I love seeing it. But as a big girl, I feel sorry for the guy that I'm like sitting on underneath me. I feel like I'm gonna break him. And then after a while, I'm like, holy hell, I'm too old, too fat to do this shit. I don't think I can do it anymore.
Oh my God. That is crazy. You're not too old, though.
Oh, well, you know, I feel like in that position, I feel like I'm 280. Like, I don't know. I just, I keep it, every time I do it, I'm like, I really need to start working on some more squats. You know, we got to get these size here.
The squats it is. The squats it is.
You got to do it. You got to do it. But yeah, it's fun though. I mean, it is. You have, you get to meet some amazing people. I've met, I can honestly say I've met some lifelong friends in this industry, and people that you can connect with. And it's nice to be able to have open dialogue and conversation with people without having to look over your shoulder to see who's listening or to watch what it is you say or, whatever. You can just be authentically yourself. You can talk without people judging you or looking at you like you're crazy. And it's really refreshing. And it's a lot of fun, to be around people like-minded people, right? That are open-minded. So, yeah, I've had no complaints so far.
I was trying to think of the people we have coming up to interview. I know one of them's Dapper Dan. Another one is Dallas.
Dallas Stokes?
I believe so. Hold on, I could check first.
Yeah, I met Dallas when I was in Atlanta. He's just awesome. He's crazy, man. He does some shit on his upside down, and I don't know. I've seen some of his stuff. I'm like, damn. He's all acrobatic and great kinky shit. I like it.
Dallas Strokes.
Dallas Strokes, yeah. Yeah, he's awesome.
That's him. He'll be on with us. I believe it's August. Oh, I don't even know. I don't remember when it is. I just know it's the whole month is taken. So, and then Dapper Dan.
We'll post it out. We'll put it up on our Instagram and our Twitter so everybody can tune in and find out who we chatting to.
Yeah.
Who we chatting.
Dallas. It was Dallas, Dapper Dan, and who's the other one? Oh.
Was it Black Pipe or something?
Yeah, Black Pipe.
Okay.
And there's a couple more I have to reach out to too. I forgot.
And again, for any of those that are out there listening, if you guys want to come on the show and you want to tell us your story and hang out with us because we're awesome, direct message Kelly or myself and we'll make sure to get that set up.
Yeah, so that way y'all can be on the show with us because it's going good, and like I said, everybody's been definitely supporting us. So we appreciate that.
Great. That is awesome.
Yeah, we appreciate that. I love it. So, and I'm kind of excited about the Dapper Dan one, too. I've heard a lot of stories about him.
Yeah, I'm excited about that one. And definitely excited. I just love the fact that we have nothing but men coming up for the next little while. I'm loving that.
She's like, yes, 3 weeks of men.
We'll bring you ladies on. We'll get the girls back. But it's kind of nice to have, kind of a different side. Because I get to talk to a lot of the girls, right?
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking. A lot of the girls are just so much easier to get to do it, Like, they're just all like...
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, it's like... Whoa, you know what I mean? It happens, and you get these guys. Like, I never expected to get 3 guys in a row.
That's awesome. And we've actually had a couple in a row now, too. We've had Thor,
yep,
Jovan Jordan, and Mr. Nuts.
Yep. So I was kind of shocked.
We got the boys going.
Yep. I was excited.
Yep.
So I was really like, oh, yes, we have a month full of men. So I had told everybody that it would be a shorter show tonight because we didn't have guests. You know what I mean? And I told them.
You and I end up talking all damn night. You know how that works.
Right. That's why it was like, hey, if we could get an early night, this will work.
Yeah.
But so
yeah.
I just figured it would be good for us to have the whole, whoever we thought was going to be great with us and stuff. So I'm excited, and I think that, Dapper Dan brings a lot as far as I'm told. He's like a legend.
Yes. He's been doing it for a while now.
Yeah.
Definitely doing it for a long time.
And
so.
I guess there was some part of New York or something that he, I don't know. He's got a great story, though, and that's what I'm looking forward to hearing. And it's interesting when you hear how some of the people got into porn. because you know, what was yours again, Alexa? Because I hear so many people, I'm just like, whoops.
Well, with mine, it was just kind of a transition when I started modeling, right? So I started modeling, and I was out there, and then I just started, you know, people coming to me and approaching me about doing some more adult content, and I thought, well, I wasn't really too sure about doing too much more, because believe it or not, for those who don't know, I was actually very shy, and I'm a very shy and very insecure. Started that way with my body, and didn't think that people really wanted to see it. So I thought, yeah, no, you guys are crazy. And then it just kind of progressed, and I got more and more interest, and I decided to kind of do a photo shoot just to see more X-rated photo shoot, just to see if it's something that I would be interested in doing, or that I could see myself doing. And I got so turned on by doing the photo shoot, I came, I don't know how many times, and I'm like, oh, obviously I like doing this. So it just kind of progressed from there. And then I got a chance to talk to Jen Nicole from Dirty Diva Entertainment, and she picked me up and started, she popped my cherry, so to speak, and got me into the industry, and now does the website for me. So, you know, it was, and she was just amazing too, and it's great to work with a woman who's been in the industry for a really long time, and who understands it, and is, you know, gentle in the sense of, you know, how she's going to, you know, shoot you and make you comfortable in that, and then, you know, just, her and I have just become really close friends, and I have huge respect for her, and she does a great job doing my site and doing content, and yeah, so it's kind of been, the rest is history, shall they say, that was about a year and a half ago.
That's who it was.
Keep on going.
Dallas, okay, Dallas Strokes, and then I have Eros Strokes.
Oh, cool. Okay, yeah, nice.
I think he might be new. Eros.
Probably.
I don't know. He's from Atlanta though.
Yeah.
So he could be new. He's
I look forward to getting to know them all a little bit better.
Yeah, he's kind of sexy. He's from Atlanta, and
sexy.
He's kind of like, I was like, whoa. And then when I went to his page, I had to make sure, because, like I said, he don't have like a big following like everybody else. And I remember what happened to me a long time ago with that stuff. So I was like, let me check into this guy. But yep, he's porn.
And sometimes it takes a lot longer for the guys to get a bigger following. The girls seem to pick it up relatively quickly, but it does take longer for the guys, especially when they're new. You know, it's a lot of work. You have to put a lot of time in. That's the other thing people don't understand, is the amount of time it takes to do your social media and to build your fan bases and to get followers. And it's a lot of work.
It is.
A lot of work. I'm on it daily.
It's the same. Yeah, it's the same with me. As far as all the social media that I do, it takes so much of my time. I mean, I backed off the last couple months. Not backed off as not working, but I mean, you know, I do it every day, but I try to keep the hours. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just being on it 24, I'm like, okay, no, Kelly wants to meditate. Kelly wants to do this. I mean, it got to the point I'd be holding the phone and having sex at the same time, you know, because it was like, I had to answer messages.
You got to put that shit down.
Right. So, you know, and
that's not good. I don't even do that.
Yeah, he was frustrated as all.
Yeah.
So I was just like, all right. You know, and he's like, well, I can never get, you know, it's always going to be that damn phone. But it's just, you know, because I'm always thinking of something, or something pops up, and it's like I have to, you know, make sure I take a note of it, or put up this promotion because I forgot about that one, you know, or just something. But it's true. The world has been taken over by phones.
It has. And then, too, I mean, for me, I mean, I speak for myself. I don't speak for everybody else. But for me, when I have fans great to me, like direct message me or email, like I always respond back. I shouldn't say that. I'm going to rephrase that. I don't respond back if it's a dick pic. I don't respond back if it's a hey, hi, or baby.
Yeah, I hate that baby shit. What is it with men? Like, hey, sexy, or...
Don't baby me.
Yeah, don't baby me.
And if you're going to take the time to actually message someone, you might want to put a little dialogue in other than hi. Because hi doesn't get you shit. Hi gets you deleted.
Right.
You send me a dick pic, it's going to get you blocked. You know, just be respectful. But I have fans that will send me messages, just say, hey, you know, I if they've seen my picture that I posted that day, and they're like, I really like your picture, or I'm a really big fan, or I'm a whatever. When they're sweet and kind and they send me nice, genuine messages, I respond back to them. So that also takes time. But I love doing that. I love interacting with fans. It's the same thing if they write a comment or retweet something or write something nice on my page. I always want to make sure to send them a private message or send them a message back and just say, hey, thank you for being sweet. Thank you for being supportive. And the shout out to my fans who pay for their porn and have signed up for my website and support me and who, book my Skype shows and send me gifts for my Amazon wish list and things like that. Like, that's why I do what I do. It's for them. So when they appreciate that back, it goes a long way, right?
Absolutely.
Because facts for fans to know. This costs money for us to be in. It all costs us money. I have fans, and trust me, if I could, I would fly around the damn world to go and meet everybody who would want to meet me, but I can't. I live in Canada. So for me to fly to the States all the time, or come to Connecticut, or come to New York, or come to Chicago, or come to wherever, that's great. I would love to, but my bank account isn't going to support those trips. So if you want to meet your favorites, pay for it.
Right.
You've got to make sure to go through the right channels for that, because it's not free. I just can't jump on a plane and just come hang out with you just because you want to meet me. Well, that doesn't work that way, I would love to, but I can't. So for those who support their favorite porn stars, it is hats off to you, because it all costs money. They don't understand that, before I go down to do a shoot, before I have to get on a plane and pay for my plane ticket, before, all that stuff, the hair's got to get done and the waxing's got to get done and my nails have to get done, and I pay for all of that. I'm paying for all of that to look good for them. So if they're just downloading stuff for free, I can't afford to keep doing it. That's how you lose really key people in this industry, is because they can't keep doing it. They can't keep bankrolling it. So, a wife friend actually once told me and said, this is a business and you got to treat it like a business. And if you're not making money, it's not a job, it's a hobby. And hobbies don't pay your bills. So keep that in mind the next time you're downloading something for free.
Right, exactly. That's like music. It's the same thing. It's hard.
It is hard. It's hard. I mean, it's great to put out. I mean, we put out our little teasers. Even with music, you put out a little clip and a little teaser. With us, we put up a little clip or a little pictures or whatever the case may be, in order to drive that traffic, in order for people to get excited to come to our sites, to buy our merchandise, to book our shows, to whatever it is that they're offering. You have to be able to. You can't just sit there and make demands and requests of people without giving them something in return, And I've had a couple of people get kind of nasty with me in regards to it. It's like, hey, you want to meet me? Well, then send me a plane ticket. And they're like, well, you're just this, that, and the other. I'm like, hold on half a second. You go to work. And as your boss say to you, I want you to work for the rest of the month, but I'm not going to pay you just because I needed you here and I wanted to see you. It doesn't work that way,
Right, right.
Work.
All right, I got one to throw at you, because I'm looking at something and I'm like, wait a minute, okay. This is probably the stupidest question you've heard yet. But I just think it's funny. All right, there's a difference between a woman creaming and having an orgasm, right?
Yeah.
So why is it such a big deal for, men? Can men not make all women cream?
No, not all women can, I don't think.
That's what I'm trying to figure out, because it's such a big thing for a woman to cream. You know what I mean? Like that guy or whatever. And it's so they put a thing, retweet if you've made a woman cream before. So my taking is not all men can make a woman cream.
That's a really good question. I don't even know if I know the answer to that. Huh.
So what's the difference between where does? All right, now I'm lost too, because where is the creaming coming from? It's not coming from the orgasm. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, because I guess But I mean, not all women do though, as far as I know.
But it is part
We
of an
should put that out for
orgasm in a
poll.
sense, right?
Well, I guess, yeah, to a degree. I mean, it's just like having a G-spot orgasm. It's still an orgasm. Not all women can do it, but lots can.
Right, right.
You know, because squirting everywhere. So I mean, some women can, some women can't. I'm sure it's the same with cleaning.
Right,
You
and
know,
then you
some
get
women-
people saying that it's pee, and that I'm like, y'all crazy.
Yeah, it's not. Now, I will say that in some films,
Yeah.
that the girl is saying that she's having, G-spot, and she's just pissing everywhere. You can tell. I mean, it's on a white something or another. It's yellow, it's pee. You know, when it's G-spot, it's clear. Does the smell totally different, the taste is totally different, everything's totally
Exactly,
different.
and that's what I try telling people because they're like, "No, I read it." I said, "No, now listen. If she's because like a squirter, you can tell because that shit's just not gonna stop, and it like you
No.
said, it's got no
No.
smell to it."
No, and it's releasing the fluids from the gland. There's a gland inside that like gets full of fluid, and we stimulate it, and it releases fluid. Totally different than the bladder.
Right.
You know, it's altogether different. And yeah, and it's clear, and
It feels good though. I love.
Sweeter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah, it does. Now I have to say I don't do it very often. Everyone always asks that. That's a big obsession for a lot of men. They're like, do you squirt? I'm like,
It is.
No,
It is, and I can't stand it. Like, I think I realized when someone realized that I could, that's what, I didn't know what the hell it was, like, back in the day. And, then it's like now, sometimes it's like my other half will get upset if I don't squirt. You know what I mean? He'll be like, really? And I'll be like, oh my God.
Really?
Yeah, that's like me. I'll be like, oh my God, really? Like, okay, so it doesn't happen every time.
What it is with them, I think a lot of it is that we can orgasm, but they don't see it. When men orgasm, they ejaculate, we can see it. So
Right.
It's really hard for a man to fake orgasm, right? Some men can orgasm without ejaculating, and that's a talent that, hell yeah, tell you that you can. It's, and for women, we can orgasm without, but there's no physical anything for them to see. So they're like, well, did I really make you come, or did you just fake it?
Right.
Because
And then when they
really,
see.
at the end of the day, they really, the ones who actually care, and high five to those who actually do want to satisfy your woman, and not you selfish sons of bitches who don't really care.
Right,
But they
exactly.
want to know that they've satisfied you, right? But they can't physically see it. So when you G-spot and you squirt, to them that's like them ejaculating. So if you don't, then it's a different orgasm as well. I don't know if you've noticed that, but for me, the intensity and everything is different.
Definitely.
There's a clitoral orgasm, there's a penetration, there's a G-spot. There's a totally different orgasms for me, personally. But they can see that, and they like it. Yeah, they're like, yeah, I did that. I did
Right.
that. High five,
Especially if you're a squirter, because then it's like they don't want to stop. You know what I mean? They want to. Yeah, and it's like, wow, like really, like.
Yeah, no, and that
it's a
and
mess.
And it's terrible to say this. I train myself not to. Like I try really hard not to.
Me too.
Because I don't want the damn mass. I don't want the damn mass.
No, they think it's all joy, but you know what? It's the whole sheet that's soaked in the whole bed, and
yes.
Like,
the
no.
Bed, you're laying down towels, and you have to change the sheet,
Yeah.
and you just
And they think it's just a big, and he'll laugh, or we'll be somewhere, and then you decide to fuck or something, and I'm like, no, this is at my mother's house or something, you know what I mean? Like, no, I can't do this to her stuff, you know what I mean? Like, don't, and I guess that's what it is. I had to train myself, and then I guess if I'm mad, because, like, I guess it all depends on the man, too, because, like, my ex, it was all the time. And then, you know what I mean? It was like, whoa, I think he just knew, I don't know. Like you said, he must have knew what spot. I don't know. I don't know what it was with him. That's why I hated it.
When you get to know your partner and you know their spot, you will find it.
Yeah.
I just try to make sure that my partners never find it. I don't want it.
Like you said, I don't mind it once, you know what I mean? Like, but gosh, I just a mess. Like, no. And I never realized that all girls couldn't do it. See, I wasn't naive, but I was kind of, I don't know what you want to say. I was sheltered for years until I finally like got my divorce, and then I was like, whoa, But
there's a whole world out there you know nothing
about.
Yeah,
and it was sad because my daughter was like, Ma, you need to, you've been with one man your whole life, since you got married, and you need to just go out there and. I'm not saying have unprotected sex, Ma, but go out there and, you know what I'm saying? There's variety.
Yeah, Go get yours.
Yeah.
Go get yours.
And I'm looking at her like, this is my kid telling me this. You know what I mean? And she's like 16, 15
She's a
at the
good girl.
time.
You raised her right. That's all I can say. Good girl.
And she was just like, Ma, she's like, and I'm not saying do it forever. Just like, take the summer, take the winter, you've been married for so long. You need to, and yeah, she was right because that first, I was just like, oh my, it was like, okay, we got this, and I think like you said it, and I realized like I just think it's funny because I'll get into big arguments about squirting because some people are just like, oh, it's just no, it's not pee. Like that's just so.
No, and they're like I said, if they're watching enough porn or whatever the case may be, there is a lot of times the girls, they're there to do a squirting scene and they can't, and dudes are hitting the right spot, she can't get there, like whatever. I mean, again, if you're going to be doing stuff like that, there's certain things you can't fake. Some of them will just fake it that way, and you can tell, and it is what it is. But then, as you know, Kelly, there's kinks for everything. For those guys who like piss play, that's all in their glory. So there's always something for somebody out there. There's always something for somebody. So,
yeah. And there's some girls that love being peed on. I was like, no, that's just not my fetish. I'm good with that.
Yeah, I know some. I've met some. I mean, each their own. I mean, I have no judgment. I'm like, cool, that's great. I mean, it works for some and it doesn't work for others. But I mean, it's no different than I've had guys just send me messages. They go, can you just do a video of you tapping your fingernails on a hard surface? I'm like, okay.
What?
I can tap my fingernails because most who know me, I have long nails. Usually done all up pretty, and they just like to look at my hand, at my nails, the sound of my nails tapping on a hard surface. Okay, sure, cool. You want me to freaking do a foot fetish thing for you? I'm totally cool with that. Like, each their own. It might not be everyone's cup of tea, but there's enough people out there that want it. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, they love feet. A lot of people love feet, and I hate feet.
Yeah, it's almost like see, I don't mind feet, but it's almost like there's very little in the gray area. There's either people who love and have that fetish, or people like you, that's just nasty. You know?
They're just.
I got pretty feet. I have a nice little pedicure going on. I have nice little feet. So I have those that are like, yeah, you got cute toes. I'm like, I do. They're kind of cute. Yeah.
She's like, yeah, don't have to worry.
I pay a lot of money for my toes to be cute, man. It should cost me money to make my toes look cute. I like them. They're cute. They look good in flip-flops and sandals.
There you go. That's all you need. As long as, especially down here on the beach, you gotta have that. Gotta have that. Because you're always in flip-flops.
I needed them for Vegas. I needed to have cute toes for Vegas.
There you go.
I can't be cruising around in the pools with ugly toes. That was just not good. I had to look good. Yeah, I was actually lucky this time when I went to Vegas. I actually got to go see a couple shows. And so I got taken a couple of shows, and I was pretty thrilled. I got to go see the Circus de Leo.
Oh, I bet you that was nice.
I'm like, oh, it was incredible. I'm like, well, I've seen the Big O. I've had the Big O, but nothing like this. This is pretty amazing.
Oh, wow.
It was spectacular. So, yeah, it was a great trip. I can't wait to go back again. I'll be back down again very soon. So, coming back to Vegas. I'm always going back to Vegas. I love Vegas.
Yeah, I have to go to Vegas one day.
Yeah, you do. You just meet me in Vegas. We can have so much fun there.
I want to see it. I have never seen Vegas.
It's pretty amazing. I'm still taken back by, being on the Strip and all the lights and the sounds and the amount of people and the size of the casinos. And every casino has got something different. They're all unique in different ways. They all have a different smell. They all have a different, ambiance. They all have different casinos and people. And it's just, I can't get enough of it. I love it. I can go without the smoking. The smoking in every casino.
There is?
You can smoke. You can smoke and drink anywhere, like in the casinos and stuff. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
You can walk down the street with your booze, which is great. I've never really been to a place where you can have a glass of wine at dinner, and then you're done dinner, and you take your glass and go. where they put it into a different cup so you could leave with, your alcohol. That part of it's great. I can forego the $20 cocktails. On the other hand, the alcohol on the strip, depending on what casino you're in, are anywhere between like $15 and $25 for a freaking cocktail. But whatever,
Oh,
you
wow.
like drinking it, so it's fine. Oh yeah, it's expensive. It's expensive. So
Yeah, that's a lot.
but you just be smart. You just stop by the grocery store on the way to the hotel. You go buy a big bottle of Tito's and some mix. You get ice machine just down the hall. You get your little sippy cup, and you're good to go.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
That's how you roll in Vegas. That's
Wow.
how I roll in Vegas. Yeah. But yeah, so we'll be heading back down there again, getting some more content and doing some more shoots and more naughty shenanigans. My favorite thing. So yeah.
All right.
And then yeah.
Well, I guess we'll close for tonight. It's been 45 minutes, so we made
All
it
right.
for the iHeart and everybody we need to make it for. And next week, oh God, I wish I could remember. I want to say it's Black Pipe. I don't have my calendar with me.
Hey. Yeah, no, he was saying something. He's going to be somewhere, isn't he? We're doing it live from somewhere?
Yeah, but we're going to pre-record it during the week.
Okay.
So
Well,
I'll
you let me know.
Yeah, I'll let you know, and we'll do that. That'll work. So everybody, go follow Alexa Gray on Twitter, and on Instagram.
Yeah, Alexa Gray 69 on Twitter, Alexa Gray 6969 on Insta, and you can find my website at alexagrayxxx.com.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting the
you can find
website. I keep
Yeah.
forgetting it. That's because didn't it just launch like last month?
My website actually launched in April. It's been going
Wow,
for
it's been
quite a few
going
months now.
fast.
Yeah, it's going fast, and we got lots of content on there, lots of hardcore, lots of girls, some solo stuff, it's interracial stuff. It's actually I was looking at the other day, going, damn, this is pretty hot. I can say. And I was like, holy hell,
That's
I'm
cool.
liking all this. So yeah, I've been having some fun, and y'all go check it out.
And now, I was gonna say, now y'all go check it out.
Judge for thyself. I know I enjoyed it, so I'll just keep it going as long as everybody else is liking it too. But again, go pay for your porn, because if you're not paying for it, I can't afford to do it.
Right, exactly, because it costs money to do all that stuff.
It costs money to maintain this look. I'm telling you, girl.
I know. I gotta get my nails back. I took it all off. No, I want them back.
No, I'm getting mine done again 2 days from now, so we gotta do it up again.
I remember I just started finding that freeze thing too that you were talking about, the freeze cold sculpture or whatever. I've been doing keto. I've been doing keto, so I thought of doing a couple of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. You keep doing it. And then get your ass to Vegas or to Atlanta, and I'll meet you there. We'll find our way.
I know.
Together.
We will.
Some sponsors. We got to get some together. We got to get our photo shoot. Maybe some of these some toys and some spunk lube, and we can wear like T-shirts and like advertised stuff. We will rock it. So
right.
We got to talk to our people.
All right, that'll work.
All right, honey. Well, it was great talking to you as always, and we'll link up next week
and we'll
check
talk.
out some boys.
Right, with the boys all month long. With the boys.
All the boys. Bring on the boys.
All right, hon, have a good weekend.
All right, you too.
Bye. All right, y'all. So that was Alexa Gray, and we will be back next Friday night with Black Pipe.